Oh, well. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Yeah. Hi, good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? Welcome to CHATROOM with the King. My name is Victor King, and I'm privileged to be your host for today. Welcome. Hey, Grandma. Oh, Mommy is not Grandma. Mommy, she won't grow like anything. Mommy, hear me say, how you doing, man? Wow, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Baba, High Chief of California. Mr. Godwin, welcome. Thanks for joining. Tolu, welcome. Please, as you're joining, you can be nice enough to just share. My main page is actually, of course, they keep attacking. I don't know what I did to all of these people. My main page is actually suspended, so most times I can't share in all of the other platforms for now because of that. So we have quite a limitation in how much we can reach out to people. But please, just share. What does it take? The last show that I had, all of you were here. Only 2 people shared. I saw it when I finished to try to look at it, and it was just 2. I'm like, hey, maybe you're nice. If you know the energy and logistics sometimes it takes to be on here, you won't do what you are doing. Just share. Share, continue nice enough like to share. So please just click the share button and invite somebody. And ultimately, we all can have a good time and have one thing or the other to take from it. I promise you it's going to worth the while. Don't mind me, don't worry, I'm still straining my eyes to see. Open those glasses, welcome. Mavi Van, let me not even pronounce your last name. Are you German? That sounds like, it looks like a German name. Shout out to all our YouTube viewers. Man S, that's one of the most consistent YouTube audience. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Man S. Orúkọ ń bẹ lórí Facebook. You see some name, you just don't bother. Just skip it. Let me get this plugged in. All right. Welcome. I'm a little bit scruffy today. Don't worry. Don't bother about it. I'm a little game to start off the weekend. All right. It's such a good time to see you guys again. And I've been trying to rest up as much as I can because I have a very long day today. As I get up this, I need to have 1 or 2 errands, and then I'll be having to work all night, 12 straight hours. So I need to get the rest that I can get. And before I knew it was almost 12 o'clock. So Where we are here, we are here. So thank you to all our YouTube audience. You guys are great. The YouTube is growing. Thank you to all our Twitter audience. Instagram, give us a few more days. We shall be with you very soon, consistently. Can everybody hear me audibly? I just want to be sure that you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Give me 1 minute. Let me see this. I see you right here. All right, good. You guys can pretty hear me. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we continue from where we stopped. Not last week, on Wednesday, we dive into, oh, where is this remote? I needed to play some things to us today. Give me 1 minute, let me get the remote because I want to play some things online. All right, here we go. Let me connect this Bluetooth. Okay. Right, so on Wednesday, we beveled into the details of the journey to redemption and, you know, a little less of the discussion of what and why and what happened, how did it happen, how did I get here. And it seems like so many people have spent almost their entire adult life asking the question why. You know, finding yourself in a lovey-dovey relationship with so much expectations, and all of a sudden things fall apart, and you can't just figure it out anymore. You can't put it together, and you are wondering what happened. And before you know it, you are lonely and afraid. You by yourself. Everything that you ever cherished and you ever, you know, brings you joy was wiped away right in your very eyes. And then this life experience put you in a corner and a dark valley, and you can't just figure out where do I go from here? How do I go from here? And so many people have spent their entire life asking the question, what and why? What happened? What did I do wrong? What was wrong? What did I miss? What did I not see? How did I get here? How do I come out of it? So I feel for most of us, it's time to stop asking the question why and start asking the question how to come out of it. And this is the essence of this series of redemption. And we've been dealing with, you know, the journey to redemption is a journey from the place of obscurity, from the place of now you just realize that you by yourself, and then you begin to things fall apart. Yoruba people say, see and never nation there, kekere ma gorí ẹ. One of the pain of a single adult, especially when kids are involved. I'm not going to be biased. I think women suffer it most. For a single mother, you know, yes, what has happened has happened. But you see the consequences of the situation that you are in. Now you used to be in a relationship, now you have kids, and things has fall apart. Now you're in this situation. Now you're a single mother, you're just trying to get your life together and still move on. That singular experience will now put you into some other form of ridicule and reproach. Like the Bible says, because you see, in the society, you seems to be less respected. I mean, that is much for men. My mother says that, oh my God, I don't know why you need to know what they're doing and find somebody, because of Korean, the man of your age, talking about what you, but now when you get respect, and I'm like, no, being that, oh, you respect me, I understand where she's coming from, but you see, for women, it's worse. A single woman, you know, living in the society that we're in, like men come to them and talk to them with some level of disregard. A man will just come. Imagine a single woman and the man is coming to you, ask her out, and it's not just her type, and they just say no, I'm not doing it. And the man will just like, share. I need her on 11. In fact, the punchline at which they used to ask her out is ridiculous. More people pushing that far here. You need somebody. I'm here to help you, like you are vulnerable. They talk to you like they are doing you a favor by asking you out. They talk to you like it is a favor to be to be in a relationship with you. Earlier this morning, one of my friends sent me a screenshot of a conversation between a guy and herself. And the guy said, matter of fact, this guy is asking her, but let me read to you what he said to her. So you understand what I mean by one experience can give back to other ridiculous things. To mention her name, don't worry, let me see that for confidential saying. After asking her out, and she has been declining. Text her this morning, good morning, said, but seriously, you need to find someone to be helping you with your package. Just like, oh, what is it? You say something to be helping you with your package, just like your mother would say to you before she passed on. The lady said, I don't know. The guy said, I mean a suitor to be precise. Just a reminder, anyway. Oh, I'm not speaking nonsense. So the guy responded, my package, like, what do you mean by helping me with my package? He said, babe, I'm just trying to speak in parable, decode it now. He said, I don't understand. What are you saying? What package are you talking about? This guy got the nerves. He said, I mean, you need a suitor that will be helping you change your oil when needed. I don't want to talk without the man, but I've told you I can be helping you with that. The girl just responded, have a nice day, and blocked the shit out of him. He said, I told you need somebody to be helping you change your oil. Go saw the Toyota. You can imagine waking up early in the morning to such insulting, degrading conversation. Bí ọ̀gbẹ́ni wa jẹ́ kí wọ́n abẹ́ change your oil yẹ. Kí wọ́n abẹ́ for piston and ring yẹ. Kí wọ́n service yẹ. It is ridiculous. And trust me, ask every single mother out there. At one point or the other, they must have come across people who approach them in such condescending manner. In fact, there are some people that will come and ask you out that you know that ordinarily, if not that they see you as a single mother and it feels like, because you see, it's as if everybody will say single mother, it's as if there's a signboard on their head that he's lonely, or there's a signboard on their head that, oh, he need dick, he has not been having sex. Eléyìí honey ṣe. Won't talk to you with respect. The one that even come and talk with respect. You ask you out today, you just smile about it. Like any first opportunity to even take you out or visit you, oh my God, regard it. He's ready to go down because that's the rationale. That's what it doesn't like. They just want to have sex. I've seen so many single men talk to me say, they want to have a relationship. They want to settle down and be with somebody. But they tell you, you know, these men of nowadays, they just want to have sex. No, they are not doing like that to everybody. It's because they think that sex is the most important need of your life. So they are just availing to you what they think that you need most. It's very condescending. You know, there are single mothers who ordinary to call plumber to come and fix something in your house. You'll be worried because the guy is coming to come and give you attitude. Once you enter the house and he knows that there's no man in the house, they do a shitty job for you, give you a very expensive coat because they just know that you don't know. They just know that you don't know. So they want to just excuse me. They just talk to you in such a condescending way. Like one of my mother said, not Adélébò máa ń lọ́kọ ṣùgbọ́n ìtọ́wò àgbò. Adélébò máa lọ́kọ. I like this proverb. Like one of my mother used to say in an adage that Adélébò máa lọ́kọ ṣùgbọ́n ìtọ́wò àpọ̀. Ìyẹn deep. Exactly. Everybody come to you very patronizing. And every time you experience an insult like that, every time you just hire an electrician to do something and they dupe you, you find out that you're duped, or you find out they come to you and do a shitty job and still insult you on top of it. Somebody do something wrong, you address it, you say, man, why are you bitter? I'm not your problem. Go get a dick, man. What ordinary person will do and just they will say it is normal for her to be angry. If you get angry with it, they say it's because you don't have a husband. That's why you're angry up and down. And why are you nagging? Your friends, those who are your friends, they start giving you space. You know why? Their husband has told them, "Be ọ̀rẹ́ don't kọ́kọ́ ẹlẹ́yìn." So ọ̀rẹ́ òun ló fẹ́ lórí ọ̀rẹ́ ìwo ló fẹ́ lórí. Ìjọba ni pé bísí sọ fún mi pé bísí wo. Ó ti dáhùn ọ̀rẹ́ tí ò sí ní ọkọ ni wọ́n ní lọ́rẹ̀. I'm not comfortable with you working with somebody like that. I want you to work with responsible people, those who have family value. That's what the husband told her. She won't tell you that, but she started giving you space. You notice that there are people who are you are close friends before, you talk every day. And now it is you who is calling them. They begin to find you toxic. They are giving you space because they don't want you to ruin their marriage the way you ruin yours. That's the ideology in their head. So, as a single mother, you experience this social disregard. I mean, it has nothing to do with gender. Men experience it too, but we just experience it at different degree. The same friend that were there sympathizing with you when the whole thing happened, they will step back from you. It's a question of time. Or you get into certain discussion, your married friend will tell you, see, you cannot understand. All of a sudden, as if you have not been married before. That's one experience. Begin to give birth. Let me see if this is connected.
Because when you invest yourself in the wrong people, they break.
Now we'll get there. Okay, so it's working now. Let me give you a lot of volume. So we discussed last week extensively about the journey to redemption. Who can remind me the first thing? Because this is the class now, okay? Behave yourself. Can't be wasting my energy. I saw somebody that is doing online relationship show, or relationship coaching online, not in person, and they are paying 9,000 naira. No, 39,000, I think. This one, no, 19,000. 19,000 to attend. So I think it's WhatsApp. They said it's WhatsApp conference. You will not even see yourself. I was like, we talking. Decorate, bro. 19K. So you, this is a 19,000 naira class. You could have paid last on Wednesday and you have paid today. Put it together, 19,000. You are almost 38,000 away. So and you're having it for free. Behave yourself. How to be one attentive. They will say you should share now, you will still not share. So what did we say last week? The first thing in the journey to thank you, good students. Acknowledge. Momelushe, I'm not joking. I will if I find it, I will send you the leaflet. One leaflet like that. It's 19,000. I was like, I bet she's not gonna do it better than I do. I bet it. I'm only even coming here to just come and take things lightly. If I'm having a class that I'm charging, that I'm going to charge people, you go feel, you know that we have read books. We have read books. If I show you where I load books, just books on leadership, on relationship and career, that's like my major. I've spent almost 12 years of my life studying about empowerment, leadership. I say 19K. Okay, we will get there. But my own intent is not that. God is blessing me little by little. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. So I'm not stressed. But my biggest joy is when I see people being imparted, when I see the little that we do that is making so much meaning to so many individuals and so many families. I have like 2 or 3 families that have, you know, received their testimonial of, oh yes, they're having a crisis and they listen to this show. The wife gave the husband to watch, and they got something, and they unite. Families working together. There's another family, like old family. This man is in his 60s, who realized what he has been doing wrong and went to Nigeria and reunite with the family. They are back together now after years of separation. I I'm happy when I see feedbacks like that, and that's my joy. That's the best way. I'm paid. I'm paid with testimonies. I'm paid with results. That delusion guy. So the first one, acknowledgement. Acknowledge that it has happened. Everybody do my day breakfast. I'll get different time. Acknowledge that you are in this situation at this time. Is the first step on your way to redemption. Finding your way back from this valley of rejection, or disappointment, of heartbreak. The first step is you recognizing and telling yourself the truth that, See, don't say you are fine when you are hot. You are hot, you are hot. You are not a superman. You are not a superwoman. It's heartbreaking. Your heart is broken. Tell yourself the truth. That's what acknowledge is about. What is the next one? The next thing after acknowledgement, I want go students here. Let's make sure that we are keeping track so that we don't just talk amiss. Yes. What's the next one? After acknowledging the situation, you recognize it, you admit the fact that this is a situation that you are in. What's the next step? We talked about four steps. We are taking only one step today, which is the final phase. But we are going to dwell so much on it. So we are just doing a recap. Yes, acknowledgement. What's the next one? You are coming to use ATV Jebabi when you will not rest. Be working 7 to 3, working 11 to 7. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Yes, acknowledgement. What's next? Nobody. Take responsibility. Take responsibility. Now, in this, we learned the reality that of every toxic relationship that you come out from, you are not coming out empty-handed. There is no man or no woman, no relationship leaves you empty-handed. They leave you with baggages. No relationship, no man leaves you empty-handed. Now, one of the things that toxic relationship leave you with is bad character. Why you are in that toxic relationship? Because we are human beings. When they do bad to you, your spirit reverts back. Garbage in, garbage out. So you have learned bad character. You must have learned bad traits. You have been in a very toxic relationship. Now you now know how to yell, how to grab a man's shirt, how to get physically abusive, or how to. Some people be in a relationship that is so much of infidelity, so your husband cheats and now you cheat back, so you are a cheat. You don't do it before, but now you have tried it. Your husband have cheat, so one day you get trapped, you do on the side knocking, you knock somebody else, you are already capable of doing it. So there are certain toxic traits that you have learned from that toxic relationship that you need to acknowledge and be responsible for. Now, again, we learn in this part of taking responsibility that to every bad relationship, there is a part that you have played. Oh, yes, he treated you so bad. He did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. To every bad relationship, both parties have a share. And take responsibility enough to admit your own and fix it. Because you see, it's very important. You can't do the same thing repeatedly and expect a different result. You are hoping that you are going to get to another life and meet somebody else and have a better relationship. You want peace of mind. You don't want to experience this again. So you have to ask yourself, what did I do in this relationship that must, in a way, have contributed to what I experienced in it, so that you can fix yourself. You can make an adjustment. Oh, those ones that you actually learn based on how you are being treated now because you have been in an hostile situation. See, every country that has experienced war and apartheid, go and do your research. They are after the whole war has finished, the people in that country, they are always corruption don't live there. They are always a high crime rate country. High crime. Let me give you an instance. South Africa went through over 2 decades of apartheid. Rwanda have the deadliest genocide in the world. You know, go and check it today. Today in South Africa, in Africa, South Africa have the highest number of rape crime. You know why? When they were having those crises, how people just busting, military busting the people and rape their women and do other shit. Like HIV/AIDS is everywhere. You can HIV/AIDS, something should give away in South Africa. So till today, those guys still rape and they do all those things. And Sexual immorality is very high because someone not rape doing war. They've they are they've built a beast in them. Same way in marriage. If you have been in a very toxic, abusive marriage, you have learned certain bad behaviors that you need to detoxify yourself of it before you go into another relationship, so that you will not soil your future with your past. You will not soil your future with your past. It's very important to be responsible for yourself so that you can fix what you need to be fixed. Some of those things that you need to let go are things you brought into that toxic marriage. Some of them you learn it while you are there. Either of it, learn your part. No, this is what I did. I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong in this area. Yes, it's a, oh yes, I met this man, and then some of you went into that relationship and you make a beast out of that man. Yes, the man did wrong to you. The man abused you emotionally, but you are actually the one who make a beast out of him by trying to change him. You met a man that is not your spec. Walk away. I don't believe that relationship should be worked out. I say it repeatedly. Marriage should be worked out. Relationships don't should not be worked out. It's either this person is what you want or not. If it's not what you want, walk the hell away in a relationship. But you meet a man that is really not what you want, and then you marry him regardless because you are 35. You want a gas to marry. You want to marry at all costs. Then you now marry him and you now want a miracle to happen. You are trying to force a change in him. You cannot change a man. You cannot. You will never succeed in changing a man. Now, when you try to change a man, his ego strike up and he revolts, and you build a beast in him, and then you now have a very toxic relationship. So those things I need to learn. And what was I trying to enforce a change that are unrealistic or unreasonable? You know, assess yourself. Be honest with yourself. Take responsibility for yourself. And then number 3, who else remind us? Yes, what is number 3? Number 3. We say acknowledge, take responsibility. What else did we talk about last week? The boy man stood down. Right nonsense. What? Good love, teacher. Acknowledge, take responsibility. What's the third one? Yes. Yes. Thank you, Toby. Seek value. Seek value. At every time you fail at doing something, don't attempt it the way you attempted before. Do better. Just in case, maybe the energy you put in it in the first place is just not enough. So if you write an exam and you fail, no, if you are reading for an exam and you read for 2 weeks and you fail the exam, and they say you should come and write the exam again, how long should you read? If you read for 2 weeks again, you will likely fail. You read for 2 weeks to write this exam, you failed. If you are going to rewrite it, if you are wise, if village people are not following you, you should read for like a month. In fact, 2 months to write this one. So that you just need to make sure. The same way in life, once you get into a disappointment, you have a failed marriage, you want to, before you go into another relationship, add value to yourself. There is no man that refuses value. You can put yourself at the verge of irresistible, where every man who approach you with a level of decorum, decency, and regard. I come across this video after the show, which is very important. Listen very attentively.
Only come to your light, not to men will only come to your light, not to you. If you are not carrying anything of value, nobody will look for you. Gentiles don't come to you, they come to your light. Let me tell you why you are alone. You are alone because there is nothing notable coming out of you that is commanding the attention of men. Value is powerful. You must have something to offer. Listen.
Hear that again.
Men will only come to your light, not to you. If you are not carrying anything of value, nobody will look for you. Gentiles don't come to you. They come to your light. Let me tell you why you are alone. You are alone because there is nothing notable coming out of you that is commanding the attention of men. Value is powerful. You must have something to offer. Listen.
Add value. You must have something to offer. You must have something to offer. I propose in my heart, after the whole thing went down, and I'm back to square one, like, me as a man, it is impossible. This is petty, but this is the honest truth. This is petty, but this is the honest truth. No, that's not even Damina. That is Joshua Selman. That's Joshua Selman. This is very petty, but this is the honest truth. One of the things I'm making sure in stepping into another relationship is I must marry somebody that will give my ex-wife an assignment now. I will bother the homework. If my next move cannot make you jealous, I have failed. You don't understand. Bible says, God earnestly awaited the manifestation of something. I know that they are earnestly waiting. So many people are there. Wondering, okay, let's see who he's going to be with now. Let's see who he's going to. Come on, shock you back on show wine. Who gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan kan gbọ́dọ̀ feel pé I have to look back at me and feel like òun sàn kan in 2 ways. Add value to myself. Every time you see me, I'm up there, I know now. Bó ṣe feel ẹ̀kọ́ ló ṣe wà, kò ń ṣe bó ṣe lọ ló ṣe bọ̀. Wọ́n fi ẹ́ 5 years ago. Your ex leave you 5 years now. Anytime you still meet you, you are still an object of pity. They are saying you and they are saying, thank God I walk away then. No, you are not doing well. They leave you and they are thanking God for walking away from your life. You don't share now. Jimas. Don't let anybody deceive you. Life is not competition. They lie. If they say life is a market is competitive. Go and study economics. There's nobody that wants you to be better than them. So why will you not say it's not competitive? It's very competitive. 2 things I want to make sure that I'm not the same thing she walk away from. Every time you see me, you must know that no, but on a more serious note, I can't just remain the same. I started from the area of ordinary outlook like so. Do you know that when I was married, I don't have this? It was a development. I did my research. I first of all skinned my hair. That one did not work. I did a couple of things that wasn't working. So this beard was actually not a plan. I don't like facial hair, ordinarily, because I have a lot of hair in my body. Hair is my biggest stress is hair. So 1 week I walk back to back, and you see the way my hair is bushy right now. See, I need to have a haircut. You will not believe that I've had a haircut this week. I cut my hair on Monday. Look at it now. Today's Friday. So the last person that should be giving me facial hair is not me. I shave this thing every 2 days. Every 2 days. As I seen it like this. But let me tell you how it came about this beard. I worked that week. Earlier last year. It was not earlier last year. You see my pictures. like January, February last year. I don't have beers. So that week I worked like crazy. And I had an invitation in church. I was supposed to go to church for a particular program. So I go back Sunday morning. Put you with me. I had a schedule with my Baba to have a haircut that early morning. The guy cancelled the appointment. You know what this Baba here? They used to shakara with Shikon. I'm gonna make appointment from Baba. So the guy disappointed me. I couldn't have the haircut, and I have to go for this program. I think I was the anchor for that event. So yeah, my self-esteem was messed up. I didn't like what I looked like. I have to dress up and go. So just for me not to look like they just released me from maximum prison, I took my shaving stick and just line it a little bit. Shaving stick mo fi kàn ṣe kábì. Mo wá line kí gbogbo mi gbọ̀n yẹn ti yọ. I just use shaving stick to just cut these ones off so that I don't look like I just got out of prison. Shave my neck and just trim the ones. Because if I can't use shaving stick to cut my back, you know, it will grow bumps and all those irritations. So I don't want to risk that. So I'm being angry there just to touch it. And I went to this program. I was feeling bad with myself. You know when you are not feeling yourself. Ẹgbà mi mo bá dé church yìí. From the door. I was like, oh, you keep this now. It looks good on you. Oh, I like it. Everybody. So I said, okay, all these guys, they are go look at my mom, look good. And I like it. So, and also men started saying the same thing. All those women, all these women say, I when they were fitting you, yeah, Mr. The day that I was looking in my most horrible state, that my self-esteem was messed up. That's how everybody was complimenting what I did by mistake. Because I did at the time. So I got to him and I said, when I go clean my work, I cut that one off because of course I was feeling irritated. And I started grooming it, and it was just I just like leave that shit. It was months after. I didn't get to meet with my ex. Months after. I think during NSAS, they invited me for the NSAS protest. I went there and we met each other there. She looked at me and she can't hide it. For the first time since we broke up, you will not believe it. At some point in the program, she will come and hold my hand and say, come and meet my friends. Yeah? Your friends. I was surprised. Yeah, come and meet my friends. Introduce me to like 5 different ladies there. Yeah. Then she will go, this is Michelle's daddy. Come and meet Michelle's daddy. Yeah. And Michelle's daddy, 1 point, 1 for. So, same thing applies to you. This is what I want. Now, that is just being petty. That is just physical. It goes beyond that. But hey, why would a man leave you? And then every time they meet you, they are even making jest of you. They are happy that they walk out of your life. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni o ti jẹ́ kí bitterness ti wá jẹ́ kó ugly. Ojú ẹ̀ ti wùn jọ kí ló ń ṣe ẹ̀ náà jára ẹ̀. Every time they see you, let them see that something is missing in their life. Brace yourself up, man. Add value to yourself. Let's even start from these petty things. Kí ló ń ṣe ẹ́? Ọ̀rọ̀ Asiki beauty go fresh skin yẹn jẹ́ ká rí máa dán máa jọ̀lọ̀ máa ṣáná àlàyé jọ̀lọ̀ fáìn dànù ẹ̀yin ta ló ń wò mí ọ̀pọ̀. Let me tell you one lie. Ta ló ń wẹ̀ irọ́ ló ń pa ọ́. Let me tell you a secret. Have you noticed that if you post something on Facebook, you might possibly get 10 likes, 2 comments every time you post a picture? Maybe you will get 5 comments, 20 likes. But if you post something on story, you know what they call story now, audio story, you will get 120 views, 80 views, 100 views. But if you post that same picture on your profile, you will get 10 likes. What does that tell you? That people are looking at you. They just do less of identifying with you. The fact that people are not talking to you doesn't mean they are not monitoring you. There are more people who are looking at you passively than those who are actually involved with you. There is no ex that is not snitching and sneaking to see what's going on in your life. Especially when women are petty as hell. Don't ever think in your life that because a man debt you, what's already mystery. What's already mystery, Abi? Tàbí kéde èèyàn ta ni mò ń ṣe irun fún? Èmi ìgìní kan wo iṣẹ́ mi ni èmi fèsì tèmi. Ta ni mo fẹ́ máa ṣe irun fún? Kò ń ṣeré ẹ̀ dànù. How do you even want to find another person to find you when you're already looking like a abandoned project? Now, it goes beyond that. Add value. There is nobody that run away for value. Go back to school if you need to. Take a program. Do some course. You know? Do some things, man. Start a new business. Change your fashion sense. Change your fashion style. Let me tell you one ridiculous research that you will not believe, but it's true. Do you know that we did a test of hypothesis at the time, and it shows that there are more single women with haircuts than married women, and the single women with haircuts start cutting their hair when they left their marriage. It's a whole test of hypothesis. If I find the documents, the research people, I will post it. I'll probably post it online. Like once they are heartbroken, that's when their hair becomes a stress. We go walani few because everything what the back in the day, they will cut their hair. And they will not, but they won't admit it. They will say, no, I just want to change style. You don't know, go change style but when it was lovey-dovey. It's just something on the inside that is just making them tired of every other thing and every other thing like that, you know. Once they are not happy, they will just cut their hair off. And do you know it's even biblical? Go and read the Bible very well. When God turned away from the Israelites and their life is messed up, and they want to seek God's, they want to appease God, everything is not working well again. They will rub mud on themselves and rub ashes on themselves and cut off their hair. It's a sign of it's a sign of money, biblically. Nobody tells them to cut it, but it always happens like that. Because old people stress come out so come and share go wrong. Motivation yẹn ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. It will just add the stress. Cut it off. Don't make your life miserable because somebody leave you. Brace yourself up. Brace yourself up. Add value. Add value. Add value. That's smart thing. Now you have more time, actually. You are out of that abusive relationship. Shit. Everything that is distracting you is not there anymore. So you have peace now, there's tranquility. Use that peace for something. You have more concentration now. It is you who is distracting yourself. You walk out of an abusive, toxic relationship, but yet all you do is to look back at it and talk about it and mourn about it. You are engaging yourself in things that are not profiting. Leave the person behind and use this spare time now. Some of you want to do business. Your husband that stopped you that you should not do it. You want to apply for a job. It's your husband that said don't do it. Now the husband has walked away. Go back to those things that you want to do before that you are not able to do and do it now before you get into another relationship. Add value. The more valuable you are. See, I heard of a relationship recently that has been separated for 9 years. And they reunited with themselves. Matter of fact, I know one, it's my mother's friend, years back. that they separated, the husband married another person, the wife married another person. When they were together, they couldn't have children. The husband married another person, born. The wife married another person, she born from there. And I'm like, how come they did not give birth to babies when they were together? So ìyàwó bímọ fẹ́ lò mí, ọkọ bímọ fẹ́ lò mí. And years after, these people reunited back and married each other again. The one that I'm talking about now is 9 years of separation. And they reunited back. Hear me. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń mú ọkùnrin àbóbìnrin unite pẹ̀lú èèyàn than the fact that value. Ṣọmọ yóò bèrè tó ṣe tí ò tí lọ́kọ orí kan tó ṣe wá gbólọ́kọ. Tẹ́yìn kan ṣe máa ń sọ pé kí n padà síbi tí mo ti kúrò. Ìpadà bá bìjà ni. But torí tó bá value, tó bá gbéra, torí space, then you will give it a thought. Add value every time. It's a religious, cultural environment. People will come in, she could say, well, you guys could, is there anything that we can do? Maybe I talk to her and get back to you. I will say, sir, Pastor, I get everything you are saying. Of course, I am not happy with this. I didn't instigate it. It wasn't my idea. I said, but let me ask you a question. He will say, okay, because of the children, let's get back. What has changed? We will only get back and cause more damage to each other. What has changed? Nothing. Except somebody can point to me any difference. Some of you have been in that relationship, you left, family beg you, you come back. Before you say that, they give you breakfast again, you left, you come back. But the nuisance, step by that needs in your family want to die, I don't know. You want to go like what are you coming back to? What has changed? Before anyone say, I'm sorry. See, apology is good. Forgiveness is good. But after you forgive, ask yourself a question. What has changed? For us to now, because something was not right. That was why we separated. Oh, yes. He's now sorry. He wants you back. Okay. Yes, I forgive you. But what has changed? What has changed? Yes, we are forgiving. Yes, we are cool. We can forgive each other and be cool and have a good relationship. We are cordial. But we don't have to get back to this marriage if nothing has changed. The workability will remain the same. If it's not working, then it won't work now. Be better. Marriage is marriage is not life. Marriage is part of life. So if your marriage did not work, make sure other things work. Work out the rest of your life. It will help you to put you in a position to find a better person. Some of you, it is your preferences that was wrong in the first place. But this applies to men. Men, hear me. This is your deal of a man, especially an African man. I disagree with that. Abiola, marriage is for everyone. If it does not work for you, doesn't mean it's not for you. There's nobody that don't want it. There's nobody that cannot work for. If you have not gotten it right, you have not gotten it right. All those conclusions that they always come to, I think it's not for me. There's a lie. It doesn't just work for you yet. But you have not just gotten it right yet. But children need parent bonding, though, especially when they are still little. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But who says that you cannot be in the life of your children separated? Your role as parents should not. I see so many men make that mistake. For a couple of months now, I take my children to school personally and bring them back home myself. And we are not together. involved in their life. They know who their father is. Personally take them to school, personally bring them back. Creating the memories. We will talk from their house to school. Talk when we pick them up again. Who says so? And you need to understand that most importantly, as much as the children need you need yourself. It is when you are in sanity of mind that you can be a good parent. So you're making decisions. Yeah, because of the children, because of the alaye, how about yourself? If you lose your mind and make poor choices because of the children, you will be there for the children, but you will be there as a bad parent. How do you get it right when all these vultures call men out there? Well, men are whatever you call them. Trust me, it's not everybody that would agree with your philosophy because it's not all men that are vultures. Every animal that I know in this life, they are called man. Man is vulture, man is dog, man is lion. Well, how are you people chasing animal up and down? You must be in a zoo to see all these animals. Part of adding value. Get out of the zoo. Be strategically positioned to where you are going to meet good people. Well, that leads us to today's series, which is the first thing that we're going to talk about. I subtitled it Embrace Love. Embrace love. After you have acknowledged, you've taken responsibility for yourself, you add value to yourself, you have put yourself in a better state and a better frame of mind. Put yourself, make sure that the next man is not coming to you like he's doing you a favor. One of the problems with African communities is that they have raised our women to have a dependent mindset. So many women, especially single women, I've heard them say it. Yeah, at least I just need somebody. Adagbe Adafa here, easy. Somebody that will just support me. If you need a maid, hire one. Don't choose a man with a dependent mentality. Be complete in yourself. Be complete by yourself. Let a man be an added value to you, as you are going to be an added value to him. Be complete in yourself. Don't try to look for husband because you are tired of taking your responsibility by yourself. It's a mediocre mindset. It's not right. This is the reason why they take you as a victim. You've already presented yourself as a victim from the start. Be complete in yourself. So now the next thing is embrace love. I perceive we are going to have a lot of arguments here. But I'm trusting God to provide direction so that you will see from the right perspective. Hear me. Whether you have experienced it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, love is a beautiful thing. Love is sweet. Life is good, life is beautiful, life is sweet, but it is sweeter when you journey this life with somebody that holds your hands and you share the same value and share the same objective. Love is a scam. Is there anything called love? Does love really exist? The fact that it's not in your life doesn't mean it doesn't exist. If you live in Agbado Ojayi, Alakuko, toll gates, Zongo Water, that you probably have electricity 3 hours in 1 week. Yeah? It is easy for you to think. Now, you don't have electricity in those areas. I know for sure. My mother lives in that house. If there is electricity, it's always surprise them. Want to know this? Like, it's a surprise when they have electricity. In that same Lagos, there are communities where they have electricity every day. So if you assume because there is no light in your house, that there is no light everywhere you like, let me tell you one funny behavior of a typical Nigerian, or let me say a typical Lagosian. If at night you are watching TV, 9 o'clock news, and the electricity trip off, but you know what the first thing they do? Your brother will say, "No, we are general." You know what that means? So somebody will go outside and open the door and check the whole streets whether the light goes off everywhere. They say, general, and you say, okay. You know what that implies? They are fine as long as everybody don't get lights. So by the when they come. You know some houses, they have like 2 or 3 lines of electricity. You now say, no check, maybe like the first street are using another line. No, we are general. You say, no, okay. Àwọn Láògùn wọn níná, àwọn kìnnì kan níná. So yeah, you change the fuse again. You now change it and see whether they're going to have electricity. But if it's general, it's fine. If it's like some people have light on the street and some don't have, they say, transformer by there. So what am I saying in essence? The fact that we know the trip off, love where trip off. Kò mean because you don't know transformer. Fuse it here lójú. Let me take that again. The fact that there is no electricity in your own building doesn't mean there is no power supply in the transformer. It is your own fuse that got burnt. Did you hear me? So the fact that you get it wrong in your love life does not mean love does not exist. It is you. It is you that your fuse has removed. If you get connected again, you will have supply. So by accidentally, transformer is blue. You want to work on transformer. But you need the barbecue in 2 minutes. I want to put in now. Now, what am I saying in essence? Do you know that it is not everybody that share your philosophy? And we are going somewhere. There are people who the only good thing that has happened to their life is the husband that they marry. There are women of your age, like you, that the only good thing that has happened in their life is the man they marry. They have enjoyed peace and tranquility, even in this generation. While they are breaking your own heart, playing your heart like table tennis, some people are getting it right. It's not because they're better than you. It's not because they're better than you. It's not because they know how to do it better. Time and chance. You never just jam your own. Sometimes it's not because you are a bad person. Sometimes it's not because your spouse, your ex is even a bad person. It's just that you people are bad fits. You can't put a round peg in a square hole. It will not fit. There are people who they have been able to achieve success in their life because of the support that they have enjoyed from their spouses. There's a pé ọkùnrin is tiger, is lion, is leopard, is crocodile. Kí ni mọ́mí yẹn pè lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn? What did they call man again today? Anaconda, they don't believe me. Vulture. He is vulture. He's Rhinoceros. He's Akeke. Because everyone knows you. There are still women like you that does not share the same idea with you. They don't share the same experience. So don't let mediocrity enter into your mind. And you start coming with those frustrated women quotes. Love does not exist. Love is a scam. Marriage is overrated. Marriage is a scam. Kí lèèyàn fi love ṣe? CEO of my own. I'm the hey, you know all those posts now, all those bitter women posts. I'm in my hey, CEO of myself. Single but happy. Yes, I get it. You should be happy. Don't get it wrong. If you can't give what you don't have, you will attract what is on the inside of you. That's not what we are talking about. We are talking about the mindset now. So love exists, marriage exists. In this same age and stage, as bad as toxic as it is, we still have people like Mama Yemi Sakisoya still basking and still enjoying it. Shey you understand? At 70, people are still getting married till tomorrow. Iwo lo still get it right till tomorrow. Guess what? There are some people who, they are so spoiled. See, this is the anger of a typical single mother. You will see women that lack character, that lack decency, lack character, lack virtues, and they will hold a marriage. They will misbehave to their husband will tolerate them. They will talk at their husband will tolerate it. They will ask for anything, the husband will give it. You will just be wondering, how will the boss reaching not kill she? Single women hate people like that. Because you know that you did not even do half of this and you're married. You did not even do. You will see people who are having marriage where they are one bad they do and he's still complaining about her marriage. You'll be like, show Yahweh. If my ex-husband is half of your husband, I will still keep him till today. He said, I'm tired of this marriage. I really think I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this marriage. I want to end it. What did he do? He will not tell you what the husband is doing to her. You'll be like, is that all? Is this one mad? Those kind of things. You'll be wondering. No, it's simple. You have just met his match. You have not met yours. Do you understand? Now you have a choice. If you give up on yourself, stay where you are. But if you realize, you furnish yourself, you position yourself, you will meet the one. There are so many people who have been through abusive marriage. They almost lost their life there. They managed to walk out of it, and before you know it, they step into another relationship, and it's heaven on earth. The only reason why they cry in the next marriage is that every time they look back and they look at where they were coming from and where they are now, they can't but cry to see where have you been before. If I had known that I'm still going to meet a man like you, I would not. I can afford to just wait. There are some women, there are some men who, if anybody will tell you, should you marry now or wait for the right person, you have to wait for 15 years. They don't. It is better to wait. So, in this part of embracing love, you need to first of all fix that mentality. Because you see, this is the irony of life. Let me pin down this question so I won't forget. I saw the question. You need to first of all fix that mentality, because this is the irony of life. Your expectation produces your experience. Your perception determines your provision. Your expectation will produce your experience. What you are expecting is what you will see. I told the lady, said, I said, I'm not seeing anybody. I don't have anybody with anybody. I don't have any girlfriend by choice. It's not the availability is there. Okay, so I said, well, so now you mean you don't have anyone texting? I said, well, get it right in life. I'm not Jesus Christ. If that's what you want to look for, show like we will again. I'm not auditing for a job for you. I'm not interviewing for a job in your hand. Waka go. You don't have to scream me like you're trying to give me them. I said, because it is what you're looking for that you will find. Yeah, because I can't start the cheating me. I am not the one that cheated on you in the first place. I'm not your ex. Because you see, what you are looking for, you will find it. If you want to carry my phone, be looking for, did anybody text him? Did anybody? You will see it. What you are looking for in this life, you will find it. It does not necessarily determine that what you saw is correct. It doesn't mean you are correct, but it's because that's what your mindset is fixated at. Some messages might not even mean what it is, but your mindset will translate it. See, we look with our eyes, we see with our mind. We look with the eyes, we see with the mind. You might be looking and not seeing. And you might be looking and seeing the wrong thing because it is your mind that is seeing it. And sometimes our sight might not match the picture. Because it's your mind is a premeditated concept in your head. If your mind is already fixed in this way, that is what your eyes will attract. That is what your eyes will attract. There are certain body type of women that I don't even see. If you pass me, I will not see it. Why? It doesn't attract me. Don't ask me how, so that it will look like what shaming and it is what it is. I'm not for everybody. And I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I'll be right to preferences. There are certain body type that we pass, and it's not like if I'm not looking. No, I did not see it. There are certain things in life. If I'm driving on the highway, I'm possibly not seeing every car. There's no way. I'm looking at every car for safety reasons, but I am not seeing every car. I won't get attracted to every car. But trust me, if a Tesla and a Mercedes pass by me, trust me, I'm seeing it. Why? Because I like those brands. If I see a nice Mercedes, GLC, G-Wagon, I'll look at them like, If I see a Tesla, there's no way I will see it. Give it a gaze. Why? Because I like it. My mind is attracted to it. In fact, most time when I see a Mercedes, I always drive close to see who is driving it. You know, there's a way the person that is driving the car makes it final. The person fits the car. See one young, slim, fine girl with a sunshade driving a GLC coupe. You'll be like, "Why she really want there?" See one nice corporate-looking dressed young man in a Tesla. You'll be like, "Yeah," in a Porsche Cayenne. Yeah. You'll be like, "Oh." I like when I see elderly people in Porsche. Like a 70-year-old man driving on a Saturday in a Porsche Cayenne. I'll be like, In fact, sometimes I will start praying for myself. My latter will be greater than my beginning. We look with our eyes, we see with our mind. There are hundreds of cars, thousands of cars passing by me, but I won't possibly see all of them. I am looking at all of it, but I'm not seeing all of it. That's how life is. You will attract what your mind is connected to. You will attract what your mind is connected to. Bridget, which show are you listening to? I'm not sure it's this one because I'm not even saying anything connected to what you are saying. I'm not getting you. I thought this one's supposed to be a question, but now I've not even answered your question, so I'm not sure what you answered. Or you guys are having another conversation in the comment section or what? No, if you that I get it. Are you listening to another thing that the rest of us are not yet listening to? Whatever it is. Do you understand what I'm saying at all? So you will need to furnish your mind. You will need to detoxify your mind of the negativity of the experience of the past so that you don't approach life. And this has nothing to do with man. This has to do with a general life perspective. Open your mind to receive love. This is the truth. Love comes to those who believe. Let me give you a spiritual perspective of it. God saw Adam and said, it is not good for this man to be alone. So the purpose of Eve was Adam. The reason why God conceptualized to make Eve was Adam, right? But God, in his supremacy as God, who is the creator of Adam himself, who is the one creating Eve, is the owner. He has the rightful owner of both of them. After he put in the work, take spare parts out of Adam, add it to other material in the storehouse, make Eve, readjust it, furnish it, created Eve. God Almighty, right, took Eve in his almightiness. He's the one who created Eve, but yet God took Eve to Adam and said, I have made you a companion. The Bible says God said to Adam to name her. And Adam said, oh, she shall be called woman. For she was made out of man. God made Eve, Adam named Eve. God made Eve, but Adam named Eve. What does that mean? What does that imply to yours? It was Adam who gave the name woman. But it was God who made Eve. But God made Eve for the purpose of Adam. You will attract your mindset. Whatever you call man, that is what it is. This applies to those who are looking forward to meeting somebody and settling down again. And it applies to those who are presently in marriage. If you call your husband weak, he will become weak. He has not started cheating on you. You are chasing him up and down. You are calling him a cheat. It's a question of time. He will cheat on you very soon. As in, but gallantly. Whatever you call it is what it is. So, you can't be looking forward to an happy life and have a bitter mindset. Man is lion, he's tiger, he's amotekun, he's this. But yet you are still looking forward to have that same man in your life. Are you normal? Are you serious? You will go in the closet of your heart, in the closet of your room. You will complain. You are sad because you are lonely. You will call your pastor that they should be praying for life partner for you. But when you stay with your friends, you'll be saying, Olori buruku no gba wọn ọkùnrin yẹn, wàá ṣe for Olori buruku kan. which man, whatever is coming to your life very soon. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? All men are liars. You are about to meet one. All men are thieves. Marriage is a scam. You are about to be scammed again. Fix your mind. Don't deceive yourself. Your philosophy is not correct. Your philosophy is just your experience. You are the one who have been through it. Not everybody. As bad as you think it is. See, this is the problem. Is that our pain always attracts like minds. You know that what they say that like minds flock with each other. Since they break your heart, you experience that heartbreak. Have you noticed that every friend you started making are women who are in the same situation as you? There's something in you that attracts each other. So all of you share the same philosophy. You're beginning to establish it as truth. No, it's a fact, it's not the truth. And in fact, it's your own fact. You need to understand them between fact and truth. You need to understand the difference between fact and truth. You need to understand that. It's different. Like minds. Like minds will attract each other. So the fact that you now have 2, 3, 4 friends who have that one not the breakfast have experienced the same thing or similar thing that you have experienced, you have now taken that as an hypothesis that wrongs you into a conclusion that marriage don't work these days. No, you are wrong. Okay, well, recently I just said to someone, I do not, I saw your comments, so I dealt with it, I did not see it. I just said to someone that all men will cheat. That's very affirmative. But as long as it doesn't bring me STD, we are cool. That's very condescending. Am I wrong for thinking that way? There's no right or wrong. There's just ideal. It depends on what you say. You see, that is the state of your mind right now. Until you meet a man that don't cheat. Do you understand? It is not your fault that you feel that way because you have met so many men that cheat, possibly. And you possibly have friends that have met so many men that cheat too. I want you to understand that you are a pinch of minority to the population of the world. Every story of cheating that you have known in your entire life, put them together by number. It is still 0.00000.0000000.00000.1 of the population of marriage that exists in the world. Are you aware of that? So, in a Nigerian research methodology, it is not enough, case study to come to such conclusion. It's not enough when we know there are so many research methods. Let's say you want to do a random sampling. It is not enough specimen to conduct such research. There are 6 billion people in the world. All the story of heartbreak that you have experienced, plus the one your friends have experienced, the one your parents experienced, the one your grandparents experienced, and all their friends combined, is still not up to 500. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it is not enough philosophy for you to come to that conclusion. Oh, do men cheat? For a fact. But do all men cheat? That's very wrong. Trust me on that. Do men cheat? Correct. True that. Men are cheats. That's very wrong. Do you see the difference in what I said? Because it's a mindset. Because you see, what the problem is that if you have this mindset, you possibly not meet the one that does not cheat. You know why? Because even if you meet the one that does not cheat, your mind is that all men cheat. So you will not see. What you will see is a default judgment. You have already judged the fact that he will cheat. So even if he's not cheating, in your head, he's cheating. Do you understand? Yes, I get that. But again, yesterday, do you know that it is not every woman that has walked out of their marriage or that have been in a broken relationship actually live because of cheating? It is just your own experience doesn't mean it's everybody's experience. There are people who have divorced or walk out of their marriage, and I've got to talk to a couple of people and they say, no, he did this, he did that, and then you say, okay, yes, they are trying to, they are really considering ending the marriage, and I said, well, he did this, he did that. Now, do you think he's seeing somebody else? And they say, no, my husband, he doesn't cheat. He doesn't cheat. You understand? There's some marriage that didn't work, and it didn't work not because the man is cheating. It didn't work for other reasons. There are so many reasons why marriage cannot work. Cheating is just one of them. It's not all of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, again, cheating has nothing to do with gender. Nothing with gender. In fact, it's not at a variant proportion. A cheat is a cheat, whether a man or a woman. Women cheat as much as men cheat. Matter of fact, I need you to do a research. Go online. Don't just guess. Don't ask your friend. Go online and do certain research because there are research that are out there. Do you know that in the last 2 years, research shows that women cheat more than men does? All of you are going there saying men are tiger, men are Amotebu. They're just saying what the way it applies to you. You are not correct though, in reality. Go online and do your research. In the last 2 years, since 2019 till now, study shows that women cheat more than men do. But let me tell you the difference. Women are like cats, men are like dogs. As much as you people think women are professional cheats, they don't cheat professionally like women does. Let me tell you. Women are like cats, men are like dogs. You see a man, he's a dog. He will shit here, shit here, shit here. You know the way dog just poo everywhere. They will poo here, poo here, poo here, poo here, poo here. You can see where it's pooping. Dog don't mind, he will poo right in your face. You are standing, you are walking a dog with a chain gun, he will stop and just bend down and poo. Bend down and pee here. So even if you did not see the dog when he poo, if you come back from work in the evening, you can see the shit of the dog. I died like this. But guess what? Have you breed a cat before? You can barely see you can barely see your cat taking a shit. But you see a cat, he will go look here, look here, look here. First of all, the way he walks, do like if he cannot poo in his lifetime. He will just go, dig the ground, shit, cover it. Go. Say you have seen cat poo before. Have you ever seen cat feces before? Have you ever? Me, in this whole decade of my life, I have not seen cat poo in my life till now. I have never seen it. Some people would have, but I have not. I don't know how many dog people have stepped on self mistakenly. That's the way man and woman are when it comes to cheating. Women are very smooth. Let me tell you another side that it looks as if, oh, men is cheat, men is cheat. Don't put that number together. You see, you need to understand. You need to understand something. As bad as you guys think men cheat, it takes a woman for a man to cheat. Every man that is cheating on their wife need an assistant of one strange woman to do the cheating, isn't it? But this is the unfortunate part of the story. 80% of the time that a married man is cheating with another woman outside, the woman outside actually wants to end the man. 20% the rest. No, let me say 70% want to end the man. Like ó fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó lẹ́nu, or kó gbé ó nice, kó fẹ́ wọlé kọjọ sún fúnra wọn, yá sún fún mi kájọ jókòó, kó fẹ́ lè bákátá ni. That is like 70%. 15% want to just milk him. Àwọn ọmọ àtẹnu ọwọ́ epo ẹsẹ̀ ẹja, àwọn ọmọ ọ̀rọ̀lẹ́ ayé, the shy children of the world. Those ones that just want to make him, just want to get one or two things out of him. But we'll know where 15%. 5% are just the freaky ones who just want to knack. So, but 70% of the time that a woman is messing with a married man, is messing with him because he wants to earn him. So they are putting all the energy in place. They're giving him all the invitation to treat to end the man. So guess what happened? 7 out of 10 times a man that is cheating in his relationship, he will be caught. You know why? The woman outside will do too much. We might send the love message láàárọ̀, ó máa send love message lálẹ́, ó máa pè ní pé kíní, ìgbà wo ló ń bọ̀, mo ti dáná léde, mo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ìgbín aláta, ó sọ fún mi pé o love me. You are calling a married man that you are dating. You say, how far? Okay, bala Maria. All right. He tells you, no, and let me take that on that bastard guy will not behave. Also, what God wants for any code, the bastard will still say, I love you. Because the man will say, okay, bawo. Oh, they say, you love me. Oh, girl. Money more love where we really. Oh, my shiko. So, a man cannot even play sneaky stuff because the woman that is sitting with outside will do rubbish. A woman will be messing with a married man. This man will have party. The side chick will come and still come and be dancing with him on lórí agbo. Atún spray, atún jó wèrè. Òun fẹ́ married man tó ń ṣe bá married man yẹn ṣe ìnáwó. Atún kọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ wá, atún dáná wá lórí ọkọ lọ́kọ. Atún dáná àgbà kẹ́tà wá sí party yẹn. Tíyàwó ilé ẹ̀ bá ń jó báyìí ọmọ àlè àtún lọ́nà ló wá ṣe pẹ́pẹ́ dem. Everything for the housewife to know that the man is having an affair. The side chick will do. So the man cannot even sneak. But guess what? Side niggas they are sneaky as fuck. Side niggas, they are sneaky. If a married woman is cheating, the man is not even texting her at all. He's not even calling her phone. Side nigga will just come, dick your wife and go. They follow instruction because you see, it's not intending to marry you. They said somebody that is messing with the married man, sure, go fair. Oh, don't bother her. So he's not texting her, he's not calling her, he's not sending her any stupid this. He's not saying, hey, I'm cold now, I'm horny now, where are you? Do you want to see me? All those ones that side chick will be doing, like really. He's the one that will send that nude picture. Send him nude picture, send him. Side niggas don't do that. You won't even remember. It is you. It is the woman that will call. How far about when Kunle? Shuma Wale Saturday. I am here now. Ó mú dẹ̀ mí ṣe bàbá yóò sílé weekend yìí mú pé kí n wá rẹ̀ mi ò sílé bọ̀ máa dé létà nírọ̀lẹ́. This side nigga is slick as hell. So the whole cheating game will go smooth. No trace at all. Side niggas are slick. They don't shake. But women don't know how to stick to plan. Even when he tell the girl that I am a married man, I respect my wife, I value my marriage, don't call me from 5 p.m. I will be at home. She did not call, but she will send the text. She will send me a picture. She will go and text him on Facebook. Really. So though I think it is I did not to say, oh, men cheat a lot. Say men get caught a lot. Men get caught a lot by women. This cheating no pay us. I no go lie for you. I was telling a friend this week, I said, do you know that it takes so much energy to cheat as a man? In fact, let me tell you, Agbako is on a waiting list for any man that has made cheating a lifestyle. Agbako is on a waiting list. You go jam am now one day, no matter how smooth you are, you go jam am. Because you see, those girls out there, they are wild. They're desperate as fuck. You come and look for it. Look at us now. We are just a victim everywhere. They don't have African matter by operate. One African do by operate. One African bad by operate. One African do by operate. One you be dating a girl in America. Your photo is already somewhere in the Bomosho under a big candle. Like how? You think it's side nigga that is doing that have time to be doing that rubbish? They are desperate. There are testy women out there that are doing everything to have it. So see, what it takes for a man to guess what? Do you know it's cheaper to stay in marriage than to be single and having girlfriend? Do you know that it's cheaper have your wife settle than to be messing with side chick? Side chick are expensive to manage. You understand? Even if she's the one that is free, forget. If he's not taking your money, he's taking your time. If he's not taking your time, he's taking your life. Agbako is the default mode. When you are out there, you want to just do. It's too dangerous out there, man. I just make a joke where I was talking to one of my friends this week. I said, on a more serious note, salute a man that cheat. If you see, it does that they have not channeled their energy in the right place. You see the intelligence for a man. If I see a man that is having 3 girlfriends, I know a married man. In this same city of Baltimore that have 3 girlfriends and he has a wife at home. I swear to God, I dey salute her in my mind. I can't be encouraging him, but salute a man that have a wife and still have 2 side chicks. That brain, don't be multitasking, cannot channel the same gidi, they will become something in life. It's not easy. It is not easy. It is not easy. I swear to God. So for men, it's harder to cheat than women. Women cheat conveniently now. You go just go, knock one man, come back, you by benefit. But the man will never call you. There are so many women that has been knocking one allergy since they were Sisi. Sisi, you've been knocking one chief. Got married. In fact, the allergy is the chairman of their wedding. I don't know if somebody is on this table now. Because there are so many women that do that nonsense. I know one is the proprietor of the company, the head of the company, that has been knocking this girl. The girl got married. It is the man who sponsored the wedding. The innocent husband would think, your boss was generous to us. After the wedding, they even go to his office to say thank you. Until now, he's still knocking the man. See today. And there is no trace. Guess what? Guess why? She is that chief or that allergy, that senator that want to be texting. What are you doing now? Let me see you. No. Wrong now. Or is the boss that want to be chit-chatting? No, side niggas are slick. They don't even have time for nonsense. You just, official assignment. Don't have skills. I don't knock Baba. He's getting promoted as well. The husband is thanking God. They will even give testimony in church that God promote my wife. But if it is a man that is knocking the boss, you think he can marry? You think he can marry in that company and he will not lose his job? You think he can marry and not lose his job? If you marry one stupid marriage, the woman doesn't want to marry you. Imagine you will be knocking sugar mommy as a man. You are knocking sugar mommy that is like 15 years older than you. And you will still pick the call of your wife and the sugar mommy will get angry. Mommy share feminine. Young man will be knocking sugar mommy. He will have girlfriend. The day he say, I'm getting married, voila will start. If they did not lock you in prison for a sin you did not commit. Okay, mommy say, no. Why are you fighting? Let's not make a bad example. Another one example came to my mind. How many of you remember like this? Let me not talk. How can you have a husband fully married in London? You went to Nigeria, be messing with somebody. You left him and came back to your husband's house in London. Got pregnant, gave birth, and the young man decided to get married and move on with his life, and you are angry with that. That was what led to the war that we fought a whole 1 year about on social media. If you know, you know. That was what led to the whole global crisis. Make no sense. Make no sense. So, cheating is more visible for women. It's very difficult. For a man, it's expensive to cheat now. It's very difficult. So, when you said that all men will cheat, but as long as it doesn't bring you STD, it's cool. Now, 2 things you need to check there. 1, that first statement, all men can cheat. You are very correct. That's a first statement. All men have the inbuilt capacity to cheat. And like we said, it's not men. Everybody, both men and women, have the cheating tendency in them. It is control that makes you different. It's you having a control over yourself, over your emotions. The fact that the woman is married does not mean he's a man that's attracted to and he will not have the addiction. So the one that are not cheating is not because they never thought of it. It's that they put themselves under control. Do you understand? There's somebody that is self-righteous. That doesn't mean Baba Debo Imonse hold it there. Somebody shout hallelujah. Come on, around they are not dead, they are human beings, but he will put himself under control. I know a pastor, a senior pastor in Redeem, that he buys newspaper every morning. But every time, man drop paper and phone, before you take the newspaper to him, before he starts reading, he has a blade on his table. This is somebody I have worked with. He will take blade and sketch out every page that have nude women in the newspaper. Every page that has women dressing sex and how they blade the yakuru kutumaka paper. So paper yakuru manka. Where do they feel? Woman will be madness with the. So I told my mother one day, I said, "Kí ló ń ṣe pastor so. I said that is madness because me I think that he's a pastor. How can he be tempted by nude women in newspaper? Even me, I read it, I don't feel anything, I don't think of it. And I said, well, you are out there. You don't have to see picture and get turned on when you are seeing the real women in physical. So he said, but he said you need to understand that everybody has their vulnerability. Òun ló mọ ibi tóun weak sí. So kò dẹ̀ fẹ́ fall. So you have to do what it takes to keep your faith. So tó bá yẹ pé kó ya gbogbo picture obìnrin tó wà ní Ìbàdàn ní ò ní jẹ́ kó ṣubú as a man of God. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ àfilẹ̀ jẹ́ kó máa yá o? Ó mọ ibi tá lébù ń wà, ó mọ ibi tí weakness ń wà. And I understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we can say all men, as everybody have the capacity to cheat. I don't like to say men or women. Do you understand? Now, you now condescending to say as long as it does not bring STD, you are cool. Well, you are trying to be diplomatic. But again, this will give you a mindset of, accepting, like it's like you are resolving that this situation is inevitable, which you are not correct. I wish you actually meet somebody that don't cheat, that will change your perspective. Sometimes the experience change our perspective. You understand? So ayé yìí ayé asán, ayé yìí ayé ogun, ayé yìí ayé asán. Òǹtàn rẹ̀. tó bá jẹ fàájì, tó bá gbádùn, tó bá jayé 2 weeks, tó jayé Mauritius, tó gbé ẹ lọ jayé àwọn life kan, àmọ́ báyìí ò ń ṣayé asán, so stupid ni, ayé asán báwo. All those scriptures that poor people used to comfort themselves. Vanity upon vanity, all is vanity. Okay, you see that scripture? Solomon ló kọ in the Bible. Vanity upon vanity, all is vanity. Man, for that same Solomon that say vanity upon vanity. Nobody lived life like Solomon. Solomon have 300 wives, 700 concubines. Ó ti fọ́ anything for you, ó jayé kú. You need to say Bible explain the kind of wealth that he acquired. Gold and silvers. And then he come and tell you vanity of vanity. Then to the jayé tán. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni jẹ́ kémi náà jayé, kémi náà wà lókè vanity upon vanity. Like, don't deceive yourself. Don't be quoting poor people's scriptures. So sometimes it is experience that produces certain good experience can change your perspective. So my prayer for you is that you meet somebody that will be a source of consolation, that will change your perspective, that you realize that there are actually in reality good men out there. Now again, that there's nothing like good men or bad men. There's a man that will just appreciate you for who you are. He will love you so much that he doesn't want to offend you, and he will stay away from doing things that will actually trigger your anger. There are men who cheat and just meet one woman and they will stop cheating. Can you go born again though? They just find peace here and they don't want to ruin it. Do you understand? Somebody ask a question. Okay. What can I do? Or what can I do? All the men that comes to me are married. Oh yes, I've have to answer this question. The only thing you need to do is check yourself. Which now you are leading me to the next phase of this embracing love. First, the thing about embracing love, you need to polish, detoxify your mindset. If you don't be in the camp of men are devil, men are lion, men are guinea, it's dangerous because lion luma padi. Men are devil, another devil is coming into your life. Do you understand? So the first, let's maximize it. Detoxify your mind. Be positive about what you are going into. Don't speak into a future that you have not even started. Do you understand? Be very positive in life. Number 2, which we answer Bamidele's question. Number 2. Reposition yourself. Your association goes a long way in the experiences you are going to have. You are trying to move on and have a better life and find love and settle down. My sister, bros, check your association. Be careful who you talk to, who you roll with. Be careful. Check places you go. Some people are saying, you are calling pastor, you are going to Shiloh, you are asking for a life partner, but you don't go to the right places. You don't even go out. If you go out, all you do is to go and visit another bitter woman like you, for you to now share bitterness and contest your pain and anger. Like how? How? Now, if you notice that every man that comes to you are married, this you won't like it. Let me be honest with you. How are they finding you in the first place? I have noticed, hear me, Bamidele. I am praying that God will give me the right words for you to explain what I'm about to say. I've seen certain women that carry themselves, their gesticulations, their demeanors, the way their carriage, in their dressing, in the way they talk, in the way and the kind of people they roll with. Hear me, sister, you cannot be trusting God to meet another man to have a husband. And everybody you are working with are older people who are married or senior bitter women like you, higher colleague in the league of bitterness. It's wrong now. It is married men that will chase you. Once you begin to act too old, in fact, it won't be young married men, to be all those baba that will be coming to look for you. You are everybody getting clients. You've made yourself, you present yourself like a client to think that they can ask out. Let me tell you another part. Push yourself up. You guys you go day, married man no go feel get that liver. Sure you understand? But see, let me tell you those that married men chase when they want to mess around. This is your next truth. I'm talking, take this as the truth from me, from the angle of experience. Married men chase women that they think that their options are limited. Because see, as far as they're concerned, they feel like, oh, probably you don't want anything too serious. And they just want to coming to you having a relationship is doing you a favor. Like we said the other time, the message I read, they just want to come and be changing your engine oil, come and be servicing you as a favor as far as they're concerned. Do you understand? So if you are beginning to present yourself like one somebody who have given up in life, you begin to look like an object of pity to them. So one for coach annoying. Do you understand? So brace yourself up. You might check one or two things about how you carry yourself, the kind of people you roll with. Don't be gbogbo ẹbí tàbí wà lọ party àwọn ọmọ mi kìíní kan ló ń bá lọ party kí ló ṣe now. Child guys, step down, find young people to roll with. Understand? Stop making yourself in the league of baba baba and baba Gamali. You understand? Don't put yourself in that league. That's very important. Another reason why you can be now phenomenally is married men that are teaching you is this. If you begin to present yourself with your outlook, your talk, very important, your talk, your dressing, and you begin to look like you really don't want to have a relationship, you don't want anything serious. Married men will find it comfortable to ask you out because they feel like you don't want anything serious. And guess what? You are a good fit because they don't want anything serious either. So they will come for you. If you are looking on serious, you will get on serious people. This is a married man. He doesn't want to, he's not ready to marry another wife. So he looks for a woman that looks very unserious. Do you understand? So it's always something within. There's something in you that is attracting the married man. Check and you figure it out. You will know. Stop working with old people. Stop acting like an old woman. And stop talking all those careless talk that make it look as if you don't want to have anything sensible or responsible. And dress well. When I say dress well, I didn't say dress like Mommy Gio. My own meaning of dress well is dress sexy as hell. Okay? Now that leads us to the second one. Check your association. It is not enough that life has treated you unfairly. It's not enough that you're heartbroken. You're not still making your matter worse by working with others that are as heartbroken as yourself. Why? You don't share. So that you guys can throw a pity party, right? Because you see, you're already on the negative side of life. Negativity is contagious. Do you understand? You cannot want to, you are looking forward to have a brighter. They are lying to you, they don't want marriage. That's just a punchline. It's just like a typical African man lies a lot. But when they trust me, they don't want to marry you. If they knock you a couple of times, you will know. Story might change. They don't want to marry you. Trust me. You want to test it? If anyone come to ask you out again, so Otigba, tell him that you want to take him to your parents' house. Or let him talk to your parents and your family. Tell him that you want it to be very pronounced. You are too old to be having secret relationship and see whether the story will not change. They don't want to marry you. They want to knock you. But this is the problem. A typical African man, our punchline is messed up. Africa and hypocrisy, they're like P square, they work together. A typical Oyibo, like, a typical Oyibo guy will tell you, man, I like you, man, you look sexy, man. And he will tell you badly, I'm sexually attracted to you. What are you doing for the weekend? I think we should just hang out and just make up. You go ask for it. I feel like kissing you, man. When you will tell people very shy, so you will know where you stand. They don't mix what they don't. African man will toast you today and be proposing marriage today. Today is the first time you talk. I don't know what happened, and you too, Momo, you believe it. It's an error. So it is not. It doesn't want to marry you. It want to shy you. It's just that African men cannot be true with their motive. It's a problem. I always tell men when I meet them, declare your intention verbally. If what you want to do is that bad that you cannot say it, then you don't do it at all. And this is honest truth. There are women out there that just want to have fun. So I don't know what is wrong with all these men. Woman will go shy you, go shy you. You don't have to use marriage to deceive her. Matter of fact, the real women will even get pissed off by you talking about marriage at the first instance. They get pissed off. The truth is, it's not always what we say when we are toasting that makes a woman accept you or not. Women are here, yes or no. The man that you will date before he come and toast you. In fact, maybe when it's from the first hello, you have concluded in his life. 9 out of 10 times, you have made your decision before he moves. So it's not about what he talks. It's not how well he talks. It's if you like him, you like him. Man will go shy you, go shy you. Man will go knock you. Woman will go knock you, go knock you. It's not about what you say as a man. So men, make your intention very simple and very precise. Be honest with yourself. If you just want to have fun, tell that to man. I think we just be hanging out, have fun. You don't have to be yourself to say, "Take my door." You know the way I'm going. But any grown woman understand what it means. Women, I just like you. I just, can we hang out a couple of, one of, any of these days, once in a while we can hang out, chill out, have fun, we adults, have fun. You don't have to say more than that. She knows, home up very fun. To buy very fun, one of my fun. There are two adults. Can you go session looking for her? Don't me that. Go session there. Go session looking. You are two adults. You are single, or he's single, he's married. You look or whatsoever. To buy very fun. If what you have as intention as a man is that bad that you are not even proud of it to say it, then you should not even do it in the first place. You know what I mean? Don't do it. So check your association. You can't be heartbroken and you are working with heartbroken people. Why? It will constitute negativity in your mind. It will constitute negativity in your mind. Don't work with people who can strengthen you. Associate with people who can build your faith. Associate with people who can edify your spirit. People will be looking for my troubles on nights with your comments, Abby. What's a day you want to provoke me? No, don't let us go there. I just had a conversation with somebody before I started the show. Boss said, I'm not in the mood to argue today, but send me the scripture that said is a sin, and then we are done. Show me in the Bible, then we're going to have a conversation. If you can't show me, don't bother. You are down emotionally. You started associating with people who are down emotionally. Single mother, you are embodying with the commitment and the responsibility and the loneliness of being a single mother, and all your friends are single mother like you. You are doing yourself. No. Yes, normally like minds attract, but take a conscious decision to disassociate yourself from such company and associate with people who can strengthen your faith. Afọ́jú àtàfọ́jú wọn ń sọ̀rọ̀ ara wọn. You are blind and you are being mentored by another blind man. What are you going to learn? This is a very sensitive state of your life where you are emotionally devastated. You are emotionally vulnerable. You need somebody that can strengthen you emotionally. You need friends and associates that can build your faith. Well, that's not good too, but Bamidele, you cannot not have friends. That's isolation. That's the trait of depression right there. It's not good too. No, I think I showed us in one of the teachings in the past. Isolation is bad. It can destroy you. Don't do it. Don't cut yourself from the social circle. We are social beings. You need to be in the company of people. Everybody needs somebody. My WhatsApp number is everywhere now. My number is on the page. It's right on the page. Well, if you don't have it, this is it. Who don't know my number? When you are in this state, take a conscious decision to associate with people. See, oh yeah, let me ask you a question. If you write WAEC and you fail, when you are friends with Biliki and all of those ones, you have 5 friends. 5 friends. All of you write WAEC. All of you have F9 Parade, FA, F Odokanko. And you have to receipt for that WAEC. Do you need a prophet to tell you that you are not supposed to be friends with those ones again? Now, you have a neighbor that is writing WAEC too, who has been first from JS1 to SS3, first position. Do you think it is more sensible to make friends with that your neighbor, or to continue to make friends with those of your friends to get the Association of Uludu? If you have failed the class, I think one of the ways to ensure that you pass next time you sit for it is to look for somebody who has passed, so that it's not as if you want to teach you anything. He can, even if he's not teaching you anything, just being associated with him can inspire you to do more. At least when he's reading, you will know that it's time to read. It's not as if the person wants to teach you anything. Marriage is very personal. But associating with people that things are working for, hear me. Hear this. Ori Buruku is contagious. You can contact bad dog. Hear this. Grace is contagious too. What do you want to contact? They are not giving you anything. They are not teaching you anything different. But just moving with people whom life and marriage is working for can inspire you to see the right pictures and do the right thing. Stop working with the Association of Bitter Women. What's wrong with you? What do you stand to gain? All you guys sit down to talk every time. Is it lórí burúkú làbí iná ní àbúrò ni wọn bèrè lọ́kùnrin tó bá rọ́kùnrin báyìí tó bá géjì báyìí wo kó pọkùnrin kó tó péjì òní àtàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi wo àwọn ọ̀gá èmi tí ẹ ti ṣíw kí ló kàn mí èmi tí mo gbọ́ pé fọkàn lọ́kùnrin tó bá ṣe kíra èlò náà ta dídò tí màá rẹ́kọ̀ọ́kùnrin kan fún mi náà èmi kẹ̀ èlò ní panadol extra ọkùnrin kan lè ṣe ní ọ̀rẹ́ mi òṣì lẹ́jọ́ ń ṣe. That's not the association you need. You need somebody that can tell you possibility thinking. Because you see, having those kind of conversations builds a certain mindset that even if you meet a good man, you are a toxic woman, you will repel a good man. God is not wicked to commit a good man to a hand of a bitter woman. Hear that again. God is not toxic. God is not wicked to allow a good man fall in the hand of a bitter woman. So first, detoxify your mind. Second, what? Check your association. Associate with people that can inspire you, not the ones that can encourage your mediocrity. Single is bae. Single is bae. Oh, there's no every day. O máa join ní bàbá Ṣeun Ojo. You will join this one. You will join Baba Ejidi, or you will send message to your pastor in Nigeria. They will help you to bring the handkerchief from Redeem Camp. All your prayer point is saying, I need the life. I'm trusting God for life partner. But when you get outside and talk with all your bitter friends, you will say, man, I shit. I'm seeing of myself. You know, right? Talking, you don't know. Ta ló ń tàn. O ráyè tọkùnrin. Tó wá dẹ̀ dé lálẹ́ wà pẹ́. Gbogbo pastor gbogbo pastor tó ń preach online gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń join. I receive my own. They will tell you this year is your year. Some of you are postponing the days of your joy with your own mouth. Some of you are postponing the days of your happiness. You are postponing your fulfillment. You are postponing your manifestation with your own mouth. Your association begins to build a perception for you and is pushing further. Your prayer is ascending to God, but God cannot be wicked. To see, God bless us based on our maturity. When God realizes that you are not mentally ready for a blessing, he doesn't release it. He won't release it to you. God is not a waster. God is purposeful. The reason why you have not met that man that will give you joy unlimited is because you have not produced joy on the inside of you. The day joy begins to flow out of you, positivity flows out of you, that aura will attract good men to you. You can't be bitter and be better. It is impossible. Bitterness shuts down your growth. It limits your progress. Negativity destroys your chances of moving forward. Your association can constitute the kind of opportunities that comes your way. You are moving with other bitter women. So every time you even go out with your friends. So you do guest time out. All of you feeling good among the company of yourself, rubbing bitterness with each other. Men are even they can't even come close to say hello to you. They can't come close to say hello because you're always in the company of other bitter women. Surrounded yourself with every repelling aura. There's something in you. Bible says, out of your bowel shall flow rivers of living water. The day joy spring from the inside out, it will beautify you and it will attract a man that will bring you joy. Check your association. Let me talk to men real quick. Do you know that the circle of influence you create around yourself determines the choice of women that is available to you as a man? The circle of influence that you create around yourself determines the choices that will be available to you. You are working with all the men that you drink from Thursday. Your weekend starts from Wednesday. You drink Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Keep late nights. Because you see, those are places you go. All you go is bar, club, with other friends that are like that. And you want to meet a God-fearing woman. Where? How? Are you mad? Where are you going to see that God-fearing woman? Will a God-fearing woman see you and be attracted to you? Half of the time that you are seeing you in her life, you are drunk. How are you going to get a God-fearing woman? No. You will meet Wobe sister and Wobe. Because that is the circle of influence that you have created around yourself. Create a circle among goal-getters, people who are achieving something, professionals in their field. You will meet strong, vibrant, productive, professional women. I've said it to so many guys here. You know, these are people, they will come, they are looking for, they wanted to date an Americans, you know, for immigration purposes and get their shit together. Yeah, fair enough. If you are single, why not? But they always get into those relationships. I was telling you, I was just one of my friend. I said, there's a guy fainted right on the pulpit in church. Don't see pass out. One of my friends fainted. Nobody but he's already having a partial stroke. What happened? What did go back? Was dating an American lady that girl is a nymphomaniac. You know what they call nymphomaniac? They have knocked the shit out of this dude, man. By the time he even go to work, by the time he's closing for work, the girl is waiting at the parking lot waiting for him, pick him up again. Bó ṣe ń wọlé báyìí, man, that's on the man. I need my shit hit, man. Ó ń lọ gbẹ́, ó ń lọ lápẹ́tì, ó ti lápẹ́tì ayé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́, ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ mi ẹ̀ ti bọ̀, ó dákú lórí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ńlọ́kọ̀. Ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ló ti dákú because he's an instrumentalist. And then this same woman will stitch it on him right in his face. You know how many times I get into his house and meet a man there. I know one that met a man right on his own bed that he got married to an American, and the men just treat them like shit. So when they always get it bad like that, and I hear the story, I ask them a question. So you see men like that, all these are like that guys, you not say, no. Because when they come from Nigeria like that, you can't tell them not to. You will be talking to them, they will not listen. They are so in a hurry to meet one American girl. They want to get that people at all costs. You want green card, you will not look for green card, but you will seek green card. Because eventually you to shaking a phone. If me don't matter to immigration last. I'm a Saka kilo. Kick one guy out 12:45 at midnight. Not leader, no, there. Ọlọ́pàá ló wá lè. Nínú ilé ìtàgé tó sanwó rẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ ṣe sọ rẹ̀ tí ló wọ́n bí dà. Lórí pé kí ni ìwé ìwé ló wá káàkiri. But you see, when I hear those stories, I ask a question. Kí ló dé tẹ́yìn náà ṣe máa ń pàdé wá àwọn ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Because me, I know so many American women that are decent, responsible, respectful, and will not do any nonsense like that. But people let him pàdé àwọn, because when they come from Nigeria like that, they will be going to bar everywhere, meeting girls in club. Ó dẹ̀ ló pé ò ní dààmú, wá dààmú. Àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dààmú náà ló pàdé. So as a man, the circle of influence you create for yourself determine that the kind of options that will be available to you. You are the one. It's not women that are bad. You are the one that is going to places that will maybe bad ones. How are you looking for a God-fearing woman, a woman that can cook and clean, and you look for a woman that will be cooking for you and be cleaning your house? You look for a woman that is homely. But the only places you go to meet women is restaurants. Only head down. Go back down on the show, man. Enjoy that enough rẹ̀. Ló wá àfẹ́ àdáná fún ẹ. Dáadáa kó àdáni. All you go to is fancy restaurant to go and meet a girl to marry. So you have to watch your circle of influences. Watch the kind of people you roll with. It's very expedient. And for women, don't stay around bitter people. Stay around people that can strengthen you. You're already heartbroken. You need people that can help you emotionally, help you stabilize, help you bring forth good energy. The energy that comes out of you determines the kind of people that will be attracted to you. The energy that comes out of you as a woman determines the kind of people that you will attract. So you can't be spilling bitterness, all these men are tiger men and amotekun, and you think you attract any good man. No, it's repelling. You are repelling good things around yourself by your own self. You are postponing your days of fulfillment. The last but not the least, as I begin to close, is embrace love. Love comes through those beliefs. Let your belief system be positive and productive. Love is possible, and until you admit and believe that, you will not experience it. Embrace love. It is not everybody that is your ex. Every man is not your ex. Oh, your ex lied to you. You were shocked. You never believe he can lie. It's not every man that is like that. Okay? Life is, in fact, I'm not even promising you that the next person will be better than your ex. That's the irony of life. But you can have a better experience with him. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can have it differently. Because you see, don't forget, you have built yourself. You know better now. You have been through it. You are better. You are meeting this person. Maybe you will handle it differently. You understand? You will have a better, you might possibly have a better experience. So now be positive in your mind. Embrace love. If you don't believe in the possibility of love, why are you praying to God for husband? Like, why? What's wrong with you? Love is possible. The fact that you are not experiencing it yet doesn't mean others are not experiencing it. It's just you. It's just you. You need to have the expectation for you to have the experience. Say, say, kí ló kàn mí pẹ̀lú love? Kí ló wá pe pastor fún? You don't understand. Love is a possibility. Love is possible. And you deserve it. It can come to you, even if you have the expectation. Believe in its possibility. Be open-minded. Stop meeting everybody. Some of all these single women who have gone through heartbreaks. When we have been through heartbreaks, this is one of the things that they do wrong. They suddenly turn to FBI. Once you meet a man, your fear has built a defense mechanism in you. So you just begin to ask some offensive, indicting, condescending question. Once you see everybody, you are like, maybe it's clinical. You tell you W, you say, you want your man son again. What if you are guilty of that, right? You know you do it. You know that you do it. A man is seriously professing affection to you. You say, that was so there. When I met my ex, story of Shiberi. Story you had to bury. Then you start going back again to the story of your bitterness. Believe him. He deserves to believe. Hear this, every woman who is looking forward to a happy life. Hear this. Everybody deserves to be trusted until they proven otherwise. I don't care how many people have betrayed your trust. They are the one who did. I don't care how many times you tried. But every single time you meet a new person is a new opportunity to rewrite your story. Every person, that's why I didn't say man, because it's vice versa. Every person deserves to be trusted until proven otherwise. Some of you, forget husband now, some of you are not doing well in business today because your belief system has been messed up. Your character has been so shitty that you pour out bad auras. You can't network. You can't widen your business. There are no opportunities that are coming to your mind, but character will not let you explore them because you don't believe anything. You can't doubt somebody you don't know. How? I don't trust men. No, it's wrong. They should not trust you. I've noticed women who deal with men with compromise. They are always the one who hates being doubted. I've dealt with a lady before. Let me tell you. I was trying to, as a man, talk to her, ask her how this. Everything I said, just say, not today. Clinical. It's sounding as if she's not interested. Abi? Later on, she started sounding a little bit interested. And then she'll start asking me, oh yeah, I called you like 2 hours ago. You did not pick. I said, yeah, sorry, sir. I was busy. What were you doing? She want to know every details. And then one day very funny lady. And then she goes, one day I was surprised. Like I said, she always sounded like something that I don't like to be impulsive. And one day she just called me on video. I'm like, oh, she's not falling for it. In my mind, I thought, yeah, she's more interested in me now. She's now getting emotionally connected. I didn't know that I'm deceiving myself. So I picked the video call and then she goes, sorry, I'll be calling you randomly on video like that because see, I just want to make sure. I just want to be sure who are you with. I just want to be sure that you are single. Because one married man has lied to her before that is single and decided dating only for her to find out that the guy is married. And by principle, she doesn't roll with married men. So now she will just come on. So she's not calling me on video because she liked what I look like or she liked talking to me. She was calling me because I felt some kind of way. Like, wow. She will say, like, I'm calling you. I just want to be say, like, how can a woman that you're still trying to talk to call you and then say, turn your camera around. Let me see. I'm hearing a voice. One come and say, I noticed that you don't always answer my call if I call you at night. My friend, you are calling me at 11 p.m. at night. Am I a vampire? Am I not supposed to be sleeping by that time? Oh, I'm feeling like maybe you have a family, you have a wife. That's why you don't pick your call at night. No, call me in good time of the night. I will answer. Things like that are repelling. Do you understand? You cannot not have faith and expect good things in life. Everybody deserves to be trusted until they prove otherwise. It's like marking shorthand. You know what they call shorthand? If you go to school in the late 80s and early 90s, you will know shorthand. It's what they use in typewriting those days. In those days, you're a secretary, you know how to write shorthand. Every other subject, you score people on based on every number. You start from one. Everyone that you get correctly, you mark. Every right question adds to the mark that you get, right? That's how you mark paper. Teachers, everyone that is correct add up to the mark, to the final mark, to the grade, right? But in shorthand, they mark it from negative to positive, not positive to negative. In shorthand, as they are reading it, everyone that you get wrong had to your mark. Everyone that you get wrong had to your mark. So yeah, eventually, if you miss 50, let's say you miss 20, then you get 70. Do you understand? They score it from what you got wrong. But every other subject, they score it from what you got right. That's how they grade shorthand. That's how you deal with people. Everybody deserves to be trusted on the phone. So when you meet somebody like that, what that means is in shorthand, by default, once you take a shorthand question like this, automatically the person score 100, right? One team mark here is 100. So when they start marking it, it's not 100 minus 1, minus 2, minus 2. From what you got wrong, now begin to drop your scores. But in regular marking, you have 0 points. When they start marking, everyone you get right, now add points to you. Do you understand? That's how they mark shorthand. So in real life, when you meet somebody, everybody deserves to be trusted until they prove otherwise. So give every person an 100% trust. If you have things, if they do stuff that cannot make you give them 100% trust, you should not be with them in the first place. Walk the other way. Don't manage people. It's wrong. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. Some of you are the reason for your heartbreak. Your heart will break again now, you will still cry again. If it's not worth giving 100% trust, it's not worth dating. Walk away. Don't let your test put you in another predicament. So this man is doing things that can cause compromise. You don't have to be with him, but he has not done anything. He has not cheated. You just look at his face. Do you know what I hate most in my entire life since I've been an adult? Is that a girl meeting me and just say, Victor, all this one that you be coming here, fine boy. How many girlfriends do you have? Say, like, it's not possible. You like this, the way you are like this, that you are tall like this, you will not have any girlfriend. Tell me. I have realized that looking good is the first offense you commit as a man. Lot of women. just looking good. Is that shame shit they like in the first place? Like your first offense as a man is looking good, putting yourself together. See, this one you are always one guy tell me that, so you're always brushing your hair. See, look at how long it took you to get dressed, to shower and get dressed. Okay, Kiniko. She's knowing. She has never seen me with a woman. She has not seen anybody call my phone. Imagine somebody that was with me for days and did not see anything, yet still have a compromise. So many of you do the same thing. You meet this some person, you have not seen him with any form of error, any form of infidelity, but yet you don't trust him because he's looking good or because he's telling you so. Sometimes you people doubt a man because it's too good to be true to you. It's your mindset. Why don't you deserve good things? A man, you in fact, this one you know you trust him, but you don't believe that he love you. You know why? You have written off yourself that good thing cannot come to you. So a man that's good job is doing well, is hiding place, maybe he's a little bit higher than you in life, he's now coming to you and approaching you, and you just don't believe he love you. It's not like you believe you think he's doing anything, but you just know why. Like why me? It has happened to me many times. Oh, lákìrú obìnrin tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ jọ ibo mo kọ́ wọn ṣé mo ní pọ́tírì obìnrin nàbí wèrè nìyẹn. Lákìrú obìnrin tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ, but why me though? Èmi tí mo ṣe wà, èmi ò fine. Why are you writing yourself off? Don't write yourself off. There's an inner beauty that you are seeing in you. Why do you think good thing cannot come to you? Why? You use your own hand to chase all the good ones. Then you complain of the bad ones that are chasing you. It's your fault now. It's your fault. Embrace love. Be positive about life. Have the right expectation. The last but not the least, give what you are looking for. Be that woman that is suitable for the kind of man that you want in your life. To every good thing in life, there is a requirement. To every good thing in life, there is a requirement. Matter of fact, to every blessing, there is a condition. Don't let anybody deceive you by telling you that grace is unmerited favor. Yes, you don't deserve how much you get, but you do something to deserve whether you qualify to get it at all. Do you understand? Grace you can randomly for money. Don't deceive yourself. Now grace. It doesn't come randomly. Go and read your Bible very well. There are things that you do and way of life you live that makes you a recipient of grace. But no, what is unmerited there is how much of the blessing you will now experience. It does not correlate with what you do. It's just like you do something like jackpot. Just like you do something that values 100 naira and you are getting a reward of 1 billion. That is the grace there. So the blessing you get is way more than the commitment that you put into it. But that you will not have any commitment and you will just experience that blessing is a lie. It's religious mediocrity. There are certain things that makes you a recipient of grace. Ditto in life. Every good thing you want in life have a condition. You see that your bucket list, don't move with it. All those your 20 requirements, 30 bucket lists, you have written them, it's stuck in your head that you are looking for in a man. Be there. Be what you are looking for. True like-minded attracts. If you are what you are looking for will attract you. How dare you be looking for a God-fearing man when you are a pervert? How? In fact, you are even selling yourself, giving yourself to be impression. All your Facebook, every time you post picture, is in one hotel room, one party, one hotel room, one party with blue light and red light and shisha everywhere. Though nothing is wrong in socializing. Once it be on social media, you are devaluing yourself. You are creating an impression of yourself. Some of you, every of your picture is one part. They see you in party on Thursday. Friday, another Ashwebi, another party. Saturday, another Ashwebi, another party. Sunday, another Ashwebi, another. Next week, like that. Every weekend, you have picture of Ashwebi party. You think a sensible man will come to you? COVID gbogbo economy Ashwebi ton. Commerce and industry, you just feel that this is all you do with your life. You are posing an impression of an unserious-minded person. And you want a serious, committed man. No, it doesn't happen. What is wrong in socializing? Nothing. But you are selling yourself. I'll put it that way. Hear me, madam. In all fairness, it is not every party that you must attend. The world will not collapse. They will not kill you. Your friends will not stop being your friends if you don't attend every party. Buy every Ashwebi. Get ready. Some of you, because your heart is broken, you are single. Single mother, I work hard for my money. Once women start working alone and start paying their bills alone, some stupid ego always come upon them. Let me enjoy my money. I get it. You are tense. You are the one carrying on your load by yourself. So sometimes you just want to put yourself to a treat. You want to treat yourself. I get that. Honestly, get that. But calm down. Don't create a wrong impression about yourself. You understand? Treat yourself to good things. That money that you work hard for, it doesn't mean treating yourself is not buying everybody's Ashwebi. Of what signal value is that to you? And the man cash on who doesn't know bag in. Some of you will buy Ashwebi that you will never wear again. What's wrong with you? You want to treat yourself because you work hard for your money. Treat yourself to building houses. Treat yourself to investing in real estate, invest in Bitcoin. Treat yourself to going back to school and getting your PhD. Treat yourself with antibody to yourself. What good is Uber want to Ashwebi? I want me to Ashwebi one last day. One key money in that. Taka daddy. You spend so much. I see somebody that bought a cow to go and do party with his friend. Ìyá ọ̀rẹ́ mi kú ọ̀rẹ́ tó mọ̀ ní Amẹ́ríkà tẹ̀sí mi ti pẹ́ ẹ̀mọ́ra ẹni nílé. Ó dẹ̀ ti ìlú òyìnbó lọ́ba àṣẹ pàtí Nàìjíríà. Ó tún ra ó dín bí màálù. Kí ló le tó yẹn? Lẹ́nìí wọ́n ìkíra wọn. What's the point? What is the point? Calm your nerves down. And some of you, every time you post, is bitterness. All those your quote. Anywhere you see quotes that attack men, you post it. Anywhere you see anti men quote, all the quote of bitterness. Life is a disaster. If you don't expect anything good from any man. Those are what you post. And you think any man will feel comfortable. You are scary as hell. You are toxic. You think any man will come to you. Embrace love. And lastly, become what you are looking for. God will not be unfair to introduce a good man to a better woman. Work on yourself. Hear it. If you are not ready to give love, you are not ready to get it. Some of you are looking for somebody to love you, but you always tell yourself, hey, Mike, you think I'm going to love you? I love you. I can't love any man like that. I will not love blindly. I can't fall in love, okay? They're making your love way. That's unfairness. That's it's not going to happen. You say you can't love again, no? I will not be giving one naira me only boss and you're looking for a man that will spoil you. It will really spoil you because mechanic village don't back is a psych word. The one that will break you is the one that you need. Maybe you want the one that will spoil you. You will actually get the one that will actually spoil you. It's just that it won't spoil you with money, it will spoil you with backhand slap. You're not ready to love, you're not ready to share, but you're looking for one. Someone, yes, bring out your question. I'm about to leave. I have about 15 minutes. No, about 10 minutes to go. Sorry to take you back. What if I'm staying with someone I'm managing because I'm afraid of finding someone else, or don't want it to be counted for me? Let me get what you're saying now. That's what my friend called transitional niggas. Are you staying with him until you find somebody else? So this is the irony of what you're doing. I get what you're saying. You don't like this person, but you're already in this shit, but you don't like it. It's called emotional imprisonment. But you are managing him. Torí kó má dàbí pé káyé má bá yàn ká, kó má dàbí pé làwọn kan ti lose life wọn. Now, hear this. I want to strike a balance. Some people are not, some treasures might be delivered with you in rough edges. Some people might actually be presented to you. You might actually meet some treasures as raw gold. So that if you see real gold, raw gold, really fine, it's like stone, it's very dirty, it's not shining, it's not looking cool. That over time, with polishing, it will become very shining and attractive and gold. So if this person is, you don't like it, you're just managing it, but you feel that it can be better over time. If, let me tell you the only reason why you should stay. Because if you already say you're managing, you don't like him. Let me be honest with you. If you think that you can communicate with him, when you talk, you listen. When you talk, or you, then you can change one or two things in him. Or you can hope that things get better. As long as what you don't like in him is not physical. If it is something that is sexual, sister, you go cheat or walk away. I don't know why women do that. If you are not physically attracted to somebody, you should not be with him in the first place. But women said to time window, you just Baba talking, you like tall, fair man, one short black one just come, but you are now 37 and you have 2 children. Come on, you're not lonely, you just manage him like that. Yeah, I get that. But you see, it's not the best. This one, you say you are managing him because you are afraid of not finding someone else. And you don't want to be counted. Let me start from the second one. Don't want to be counted. Don't you ever fall for this whole counting. Benny, anybody that want to count, let them count. Study shows that the biggest rumor, every rumor has a lifespan. The longest time a rumor and criticism and speculations can last is 40 days. 40 days. If you are not fighting it, the only reason why it can last longer is when you are fighting it, you are trying to defend yourself. No, just stay silent. Èèyàn tó mọ kíní yẹn ṣe ní ayé tí mo ti rí Fátóyìnbó ni. You know how many scandals Fátóyìnbó have had now? The other girl, and then Dakodo's wife. But do you know that Fátóyìnbó has never responded to anyone? Bóyá irọ́ náà pamọ́ o, bóyá òótọ́ ni o, kò tí ẹ̀ ní dá yín lò. Ṣé ẹ̀ ní gbélé last ni? The people who make rumor last is people who are trying to defend themselves. Rumor don't last more than 40 days. Now, I understand we are Africans and we have family values and we have people in our life. Oh yeah, your father, our family, you know my son, you know my weak, you know my son. Don't be like that. You see everybody you are considering, you know my son. They have their own life too, have their own problem they're dealing with. Especially when it is parents, they will die and leave you. It's when they are going to realize that you have gone too far and put yourself in this. Don't put yourself inside emotional imprisonment. Bob Marley called it mental slavery. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Not by ourselves would free our mind. Redemption song. In fact, I'm going to close with that song. So now, but you see the most interesting thing is the one you said about You are managing a man, you are staying with a man because you are afraid of not finding someone else. That's why you remain here. Guess what you get to do? Ah, you will never find someone else by staying. The reason why you will not find somebody is because you are staying. How do like how? You can't say you have not found somebody else because you are not supposed to find somebody else if you are staying with somebody. Do you understand? The only reason why you will not find somebody else is because you are managing this one. Empty your pots and fill it up with new wine. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I don't believe anybody should manage. I'm sorry. I really don't believe anybody should manage anybody. Kí ni ká ti gbọ́ máa báyọ̀ ká jẹ́ kàn ká rubbish náà fẹ́ ká wọ́n máa dákẹ́ o. I promise you Ọlọ́run máa dákẹ́. You would rather jẹ́ kàn ká than put yourself into a distressed relationship, a toxic relationship. You understand? You have a choice. If you think it is still something that what you are managing now can change, stay there and put in the work. But if it's something that you think cannot change, or the person is not even receptive, it's not somebody you can communicate with. Communication goes a lot. So even things are not where we want it to be now. But if you are communicating effectively, you will get there over time. Somebody that you can communicate with is somebody that you can change. But somebody that you cannot communicate with, you cannot change. So the biggest factor in the relationship is communication. If you have the communication, you have a tendency of navigating gradually. It might not be sporadic. It might be, simultaneous. It might be little by little. But the change it will come over time. But if communication, you can't have a free flow of communication, then there is no possibility of effecting any change. So there is no reason to continue to manage. It will not work. Now, if you are now staying there because you are afraid of finding somebody else, well, you will continue to be unhappy and you will continue, it will be impossible for you to find somebody else because there's no way you can find somebody else. The reason why you can't find somebody else is because you still remain here. I don't know if it's going to change, but he'll come and say sorry all the time. He's not abusive of anything like that. Okay, well, so he's not abusive. Is he cheating? If it is cheating and he's coming to say sorry, he might be dealing with cheating might be addictive, right? It might be an addiction. He might possibly need help. I can tell you there are men who cheat who don't mean to cheat. They don't know when they put themselves in it. Yeah, he might possibly need help. Well, that's not a factor. Do you think you can bear it to help him and work with him for him to get help? Because sometimes cheating, even every cheat has where some people they retire. Do you think you can help him or you think you can't stand it? Our tolerance level is different. Can you tolerate being with a man that you know that this person is cheating? Especially when it's emotionally devastating. Because you see, do you feel love when you guys want to get intimate? By the time you want to have sex with this man now, are you not feeling afraid? Do you not remember that this person is sitting with somebody else and you feel, devastated? You feel less valuable? If you feel that way, then you should not be there. But if you be go where you know sent, why? They there now. You guys can deal with each other. Some people can deal with it, some can't. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying in essence. If you think you can deal with whatever you think you don't like, you're managing in it, then deal with it. That makes you exceptional. That makes you a superwoman. But if you can't deal with it, if you're not happy, if it begins to make you sleepless, walk away. Right? I think we've said more than enough today. I gotta go. Now, somebody asked me a question the other time. I was like, I'm really working. People have been reaching out to me and be like, hey, you need to set a platform that people can, me. It's not really, I don't like to use the word hook up or dating or what it is, but I think it would be brilliant because I get to talk to a whole lot of single people, which listen to them, give me a closer understanding of where they are in life and what is suitable for them. So, but I want to be, it's very sensitive. I want to be, yeah, that's perfect. That is always that's some. Now, when people ask me personal questions, I just there's some things I can't say online for confidentiality's sake, and I can't ask you because maybe sometimes you say so you ask a question and I possibly going to need to ask you questions so that I can because I'm careful not to misguide you because I will be responsible for every consent I provide to you. So sometimes I just tell people where we can talk in person. I'm beginning to schedule people for Zoom, you know, talk, just talk to you for 15, 20, 30 minutes at max, listen to you talk, and then trust God to give me the right word to provide counsel to you. And it has been working. I put people on Zoom conference, just give me a time. And I just need, notice and do that. So now people have been saying, oh, yes, I want to start. So I've been working on the mechanism for us to have to have a platform where I can actually meet a match with people. No, I have a couple of choice young men which, talking to them, I can ask them questions. I know what they want, where they are in life, and then knowing meeting ladies, I know what she wants. If I feel that the match works, and then get them to go on a date. So I've been praying to God to inspire me because I'm afraid. I don't want them to turn my platform to where they do hook up. You understand? Because the having random sex up and down, women being taken advantage of. I don't want to be part of that nonsense. So I've been working on it. I've been thinking about it. I've been praying about it for just direction. So this is what we are doing. But we are going to start very soon. We now have an idea of what we want to do. It's just to set up a working system that will accommodate it. So what we want to do is as soon as we start, anybody who is open to date, just reach out to us. We'll ask you, sir. We're working on the website right now as we speak. I'm working on my website where you can just go and sign up with your informations. You will sign up with your details and basically the information of what are you really looking for. Now, the information you provide will match it well if I see, you know, men will fill it up, women will fill it up. When I see a match of what you said you want, we look at all the profiles of men that are looking for what you say you are looking for, or they have a life that you want a man that is a Christian that is in this field of labor, that is doing this, that is that, is within this age and this age. That's what you want, and this man is exactly what you wrote. And then this man said he wants a woman who is this any profession, but I don't want a nurse, and you are not a nurse. That means I match. So if both of you match, I want to from that platform we will now match you both and we will sponsor a date. If this person don't mind traveling, how far can you travel? Where do you want cities? And all of those, specification matches, we will set you both up on a date. And then when you go on the first date, which will be fully sponsored, by the grace of God, I will pay for your date. You guys go on the date. And then after the first date, we get feedbacks. Once you come with your feedback, this said the feedback is good, this said the feedback is good, then you we arrange for your second date, which either of you will sponsor by yourself. I've already released you to whatever happens hereafter. So if you go on the first date and the feedback was good, then my mission is complete. We will only, on the personal note, check back with you and see how things are going from there. If the first date is fine, then we encourage the second date. If the second date is fine, then you are close to the last space of our own platform, which is the third date. The third date now, it is the woman that will initiate it. I will initiate the first date, the man will initiate the second date, then you will initiate the third date, so that if everybody's preferences is ensured. By the time I get the third feedback of the third date, then I think you guys should actually have a relationship. If everything works, this one doesn't have a reservation, this one doesn't have a reservation, yes, you guys should, you are set. Because I realize that so many people are actually just afraid of taking the step. Okay? We will take the initial step for you. Once you get into it, you will get your vibe back, and you can move in motion. So the website is gradually in build now. www.kinginitiative.org. Is they are working on it. I have a couple of engineers because it has a lot of mechanism, and because it's a data, it's a website that we're going to be collecting data. If you think I'm going to be reading each one by one and be matching it with this is 2021, we can't do that. So we need to work on the system, data collection system. So there's the softwares that are going to be running on it, CQ and all of those things that collect data and match it with data. It will just suggest a match and we can look at it and give you a call set up a date. I just want to do things more professionally, more better, and reduce your risk so that every time you can hide, we will have screened persons before we introduce them to you. And you guys is not coming to your house 8 o'clock at night on the first date to come and knock you. It's madness. You guys will meet in a public place or we are ready to determine where you are meeting. Guys, go there, meet. Nobody have to be there. And see what it goes. That's what we are working on. It's a major project for me. Give me in the next 1 month, we are going to officially launch and take it up precept by precept like that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's such a good time having you guys. I'm so blessed to be here. 3 straight hours of talking. Then, when you get my bathroom, let me show you. I'm not even eating breakfast. It's 3 o'clock already. I'll see you guys. I don't know. I'm going to have a busy week next week. I'll see you guys on Monday. If I don't come out on Monday, I'll probably not come out till Saturday. So I'll make sure I see you guys I'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good night.